Okay, this is the engine bay inspection of the 2017 Corvette. Right away, the seller disclosed that there has been some collision damage regarding a deer impact on the front left of this vehicle. We did not document any severe collision damage into the structure of the frame of the vehicle. In the engine bay, the vehicle has been modded with a Pro Charger kit. Appears professionally installed. I do recommend that the air filter get cleaned at soonest convenience. We are missing a kind of an air panel on the other side of the quarter panel over there on the driver's side, which the seller did disclose. Not documenting leaks. The fluids came back clean and clear. We peaked way under here, up where the damage would be on both sides for the collision with the animal. Not documenting any severe damage or anything significant. Nothing into the frame rails or of any concern. The engine bay gets a pass. Thank you. Okay, this is the exterior inspection of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. So right away, let's move around the front. We do see a little bit of rubbing on the front bumper cover to left and right front quarter panels. Likely due for either from collision or during installation. We're just going to advise that be monitored during ownership, and making sure that any flexing on the body panels or anything like that they just be observed. The panels themselves are plastic, fiberglass, or carbon fiber, so we're not too concerned about any rust at this time on those panels, but just that that be documented and be aware. We're going to move down the vehicle. We're going to check the quarter panels for play. We're going to pull on bumper covers and dams. We're going to walk down here to the side, rocker panel, pull on that, make sure it's attached. We're checking for panel gaps. We're looking at A pillar. Moving back, it is a coupe, so we only have A and B pillars. There's a very long, you could classifiably a C pillar, but it's part of the trunk, so we're not too concerned with the high up here. The damage did flow over the left side of the vehicle, so we will check panel gaps along the whole vehicle. Moving back to B pillar. B pillar is square. Checking any sort of attachment points, checking bumper cover attachment points. There's a little bit of play here. We'll check the other side as well. That might be factory. Moving around the back, checking rear diffuser, lip spoiler, that's secure. Moving around back to bumper cover, that's secure. Moving around to right rear bumper cover, same thing, same little play here. So we're going to mark that as not concerned. Moving around, pulling on the upper rear quarter panel, checking wheels. No documentation of significance or damage whatsoever to the wheels. Walking to the rocker panels here, pulling on those, checking B pillar gap for any sort of deviations in the doors. Square. In front, A pillar gets square. Moving to fronts, quarter panel solid, and finally pulling on the front bumper cover, solid. Air dam has a little bit of flex, that's normal. So other than the two documented rub points on the front of the bumper cover to both quarter panels, the exterior comes back clear. Thank you. Okay, this is the underbody inspection of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. Right away, not seeing any drips, leaks, any signs of damage, any high centering, any rust. The vehicle is very low mileage, documented at this time at 9,300 miles with some change. Not seeing missing panels, missing arrows. Surprisingly little amount of arrow under here, but it's likely not needed. There is what appears to be some torque tunnel or transmission tunnel reinforcement, which is nice. The bolts are nice and shiny. They're not been ground down like the vehicle's been high centered. Moving to the back left. Same deal here, all the paneling is intact. We can actually see some of the exhaust componentry poking out. Looks fine, rust-free, indicative of its low mileage. Moving to the back, looking at the transmission transaxle assembly, manual transmission differential carrier. Let's see, subframes, checking bolts, checking control arms. Clean and dry, rust-free, very clean back here. Very, very clean, very nice to see. No concerns there. Moving over to right rear. Same deal, not missing any paneling, not having these bolts ground down, any sort of like high centering where these bolts have been sheared down from concrete or anything like that, so no concerns there. Moving to front right, same deal, no leaks, no missing components, no structural components missing. There is an air dam in the front. It's going to be kind of hard to observe, but I was able to see that the belly pan is dry, the oil pan is dry, and the oil filter is dry, so the underbody gets a pass. Thank you. Okay, this is the interior inspection of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. Right away, no signs of abuse, no signs of neglect. The mileage is very low. It's reflected in the interior's quality. There's no wear at all whatsoever on the steering wheel. There's no wear on the shifter. There's no wear on the pedals. There's barely any wear on the seats. It is the Chevy Corvette leather, so we'd be looking at that right away. We're not seeing any concerns there. Staining, rips, tears, abuse. Nothing of any sort, no loose panels, no concerns. Everything in here is nice and tight. Everything works. Infotainment works. Driver's information systems work. No concerns at all with the interior of this vehicle. It's small, it's simple, it's easy to inspect, and we found no concerns here. Thank you. Okay, this is a trunk inspection of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. We do have a full complete cargo liner in here, as well as a cargo net. Very nice to see, entirely complete. We're going to pull up the rubber matting over here. We're checking the battery is on this side of the vehicle. Nice to see that's in the back. That's all Corvettes. So missing the tow hook, tow loop right here, very likely from the collision. We're going to pull that up a little bit higher. We can see onto the battery, looking for water intrusion, anything like that down in the wells. No water intrusion, no signs of rodent damage, no concerns, no oxidation, no rust. The battery compartment comes back clear. We're going to move to the other side. Same deal. We might have a cubby in here. There's not going to be a roadside or spare donut in this car. It is a Corvette after all. Little cubby. There's no water, signs of damage, spills, anything like that. Trunk comes back clear. Thank you. Okay, this is the code scan portion of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. We do have some fault codes set in here. However, they're all historical. We went through the engine control module. We had a MAF code set. Again, it's historical code. The vehicle did not perform as if it had a MAF issue. There was no stumbling, no issues with throttle. There was a slight down on power coming off throttle, which might be related to the force induction kit, the Pro Charger kit installed. We would refer back to the tuner for that. Unfortunately, in this case, the tuner is local, so that's where we would refer the prospective buyer to be aware of that. The chassis control module, body control module, keyless entry control module, and HVAC controls all come back with historical circuit high codes. Typically that implies that something maybe has been unplugged, battery might have been out. The keyless entry control module has multiple antennas in it. One of those appears to be a circuit high code for antenna 6. Again, either unplugged or maybe bad. But none of these codes are at this time a cause for concern. Some of the bigger codes would be down into the steering codes or power steering modules, things like that. Everything else came back clean. It's nice to see these codes weren't cleared out. Nothing was forcibly reset. The instrument cluster did not alert us to any sort of concern, so we're going to go ahead and give the code scan a pass at this time. These are all historical codes, so no concerns here at this time. Thank you. Okay, this is the exterior inspection of the 2017 Chevy Corvette. The seller had documented, the seller and buyer are both aware that the vehicle had been previously in a collision. The front left of the vehicle had collided with an animal. The replacement componentry was bumper cover, hood, headlamp assembly, front left quarter panel, and some just bits and bobs kind of down the vehicle here into the underneath on the fender liner. Nothing we documented was structural into the vehicle. Paint matching is very good. If you look at kind of the texture between the panels, the respray or the spray itself was just very well matched. You can see that there is a little bit of orange peel in the front left. It's very, very minor compared to what you would see down the rest of the vehicle. You have to get it in just the right light, but again, that was disclosed. There is a little bit of rubbing on the, like again, documented in the exterior. As a whole, vehicle comes back clean and clear. No concerns with the code scan, no concerns with the trunk. Very clean underbody that's reflected in the mileage of the vehicle. The road test came back clean and clear, with the exception of the pullback on the throttle. Otherwise, the vehicle is going to get a clean bill of health. Thank you.